In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college football games happening on November 16, 2022, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college football games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Eastern Michigan versus Kent State. The Eastern Michigan Eagles collide with the Kent State Golden Flashes in a Mid-American Conference battle on Wednesday night. The Eagles posted a road win against Akron last week. The Golden Flashes logged a dominating road win against Bowling Green in their previous action. Kent State recorded a 27-23 home victory against Eastern Michigan last season. The Eagles are 3-0-1 against the spread in their last 4 road games and 3-1-1 against the spread in their last 5 games overall. The Golden Flashes are 1-6 against the spread in their last 7 conference games and 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 games overall. The over is 15-6 in Eagles' last 21 road games. The under is 5-1 in Golden Flash's last 7 games overall. The Eagles are 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 meetings. The road team is 5-2 against the spread in their last 7 meetings. The Kent State Golden Flashes have been one of the better home teams in the country these last few years, but they're sloppy defensively, and it makes them hard to trust with big chalk. The Eastern Michigan Eagles don't do anything great, but they've still managed to win 6 games overall and have also won 4 straight games on the road. There's also a history of close games between these teams. Eastern Michigan is being disrespected with this line. Eastern Michigan have won 2 of their last 3 games, and they are a very similar team to Kent State. Kent State is giving up 29 points per game, and the Eagles are going to get good quarterback play again for Austin Smith. I even believe that Eastern Michigan can win this game straight up, but we will take the free points to be safe. Give me the free touchdown. So the Eastern Michigan Eagles to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The Eagles are generating points on the road, averaging a remarkable 33 points in their 3 conference road games this season. Kent State doesn't really stand out in any area on defense, ranking 121st in pass defense and 83rd against the run. In addition, the Golden Flashes are clicking offensively, collecting at least 30 points in 3 out of their last 4 games, including 40 points last week. The Eagles' defense ranks 85th in the FBS in expected points added play, and the Golden Flashes' offensive success will continue. The over is also 4-0 in the Golden Flashes' last 4 home games against a team with a winning road record. This one will have plenty of offense. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Miami, Ohio versus Northern Illinois. The Miami, Ohio Redhawks travel to Illinois to take on the Northern Illinois Huskies in a Mid-American Conference battle on Wednesday night. The Redhawks come into this matchup at 4-6 overall and 2-4 in the conference. Miami, Ohio lost their last game, 37-21 to Ohio. Northern Illinois sits at 3-7 overall and 2-4 in the conference. The Huskies won their last matchup, 24-21 at Western Michigan. The game is the 3rd annual Mallory Cup, named after the late Bill Mallory that coached both schools in his career. Miami is 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 Wednesday games and 2-5 against the spread in their last 7 road games. The under is 5-0 in Miami's last 5 road games. Northern Illinois is 0-4 against the spread in their last 4 home games and 2-5 against the spread in their last 7 games on turf. The over is 4-0 in Northern Illinois' last 4 home games. The underdog is 7-1 against the spread in these 2 teams' last 8 head-to-head meetings. In this Wednesday Emma-Cedion matchup, the Huskies and Redhawks will be butting heads early and often, as the Huskies have a great running tandem and the Redhawks enjoy stuffing the run. It might not result in the most exciting game if it turns out that way, but that's not what you're betting for. Both of these teams come into this matchup with a 2-4 conference record and are sitting towards the bottom of the Mid-American Conference standings. Northern Illinois has some quarterback concerns, but they were still able to win last week. Miami, Ohio has struggled on offense this season and is only averaging 19 14 points per game. Luckily for the Redhawks, they face a defense that is allowing 32 points per game against. The Redhawks are 7-1 against the spread in the last 8 meetings between these teams as well. Getting the spread at 3 points would be ideal, but if you're under the impression Miami will win outright, it shouldn't matter. If the Redhawks have any success on offense, they should easily take care of business in this one, especially with bowl contention just 2 wins from their reach. I get why Northern Illinois being favored at home makes sense, but the Redhawks still have an outside chance at bowl eligibility if they can win here and beat Ball State next week. Northern Illinois is simply playing out the string at this point, and I just believe that it's worth backing the more motivated team at a near coin flip game. The Redhawks will pound the rock, eat up the clock, and hit the road one win closer to a bowl game. Somewhere fun or sunny hopefully. So the Miami, Ohio Redhawks to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The under 4-0 in the Redhawks' last 4 road games against a team with a losing home record is in play as long as Miami's run defense shows up to play. In this case, it will be tough for the Huskies to move the football. If history is any guide, the best way to move the ball in cold weather is through the air. Footing is scarce, and it is generally more difficult for linemen to get out and pull and run block. Because receivers know their routes and defensive backs must adjust, the pass game is the best bet for moving the ball. Unfortunately, neither of these teams has a standout passing attack, ranking in the bottom 15 in the country. Northern Illinois, in particular, has a slew of quarterback injuries and has been inconsistent all season. Expect a close game that will be decided in the final minutes and will be well below the set total. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Western Michigan versus Central Michigan. The Western Michigan Broncos will head to Mount Pleasant, Michigan to take on the Central Michigan Chippewas at Kelly Short Stadium on Wednesday. Western Michigan is fresh off a matchup versus Northern Illinois. In that one, the Broncos took a 3-point loss. As for Central Michigan, they're coming off a game versus Buffalo. The Chippewas ended up winning by 4 points. Western Michigan is 6-2 against the spread in their last 8 Wednesday games and 5-2 against the spread in their last 7 road games. The under is 4-0 in Western Michigan's last 4 games. Central Michigan is 15-1 against the spread in their last 17 Wednesday games and 1-3 against the spread in their last 5 home games. The over is 11-2 in Central Michigan's last 13 Wednesday games. The road team is 9-1 against the spread in these 2 teams' last 10 head-to-head meetings. The Broncos did some good things in their loss to Northern Illinois last week and had a late lead. Western Michigan's evening was spoiled with 2 lost fumbles and a rough 3 of 1 4 on 3rd downs, though. As for Central Michigan, they notched a whopping 303 rush yards in their victory versus Buffalo. It was quite the one-sided effort, but it was enough. This is a huge rivalry game between 2 schools that are having a rough season, but it should be entertaining to watch. Central Michigan can still get to a bowl game, but they have to win their last 2 games of the season to get to 6-6. Western Michigan has been very inconsistent on offense, while Central Michigan has found their groove and has won 3 of their last 4 games. It'll be very interesting to see what the Chippewas have in store offensively for this one. I am taking the free points for sure, so the Western Michigan Broncos to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The Broncos are averaging 20 points per game and 16 points per game on the road. They averaged 38 points per game in their last 3 games against the Chippewas. With Central Michigan giving up 29 points per game, the Broncos will go over their average in this game. The Chippewas are averaging 29 points per game and 26 points per game at home. They averaged 34 points per game in their last 3 games against the Broncos. The Broncos and Chippewas played over the total in 3 of their last 5 meetings. With Western Michigan giving up 26.5 points per game, the Chippewas will score enough points to push the score past the total. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.